We'll start with the North Carolina Tar Heels. They're on the road at Minnesota, nationally televised game, one of the few Power 4 versus Power 4 matchups. That's Thursday, 8 p.m. on Fox.
Yeah, we covered this matchup, Chris, remember when it was played in Chapel Hill last year. And whereas the final score made it look like the Tar Heels just walloped the Golden Gophers 31-13, in my opinion, and I believe we discussed this as a group, there was only one massive difference between the two teams last year, and that was at quarterback. UNC had Drake May. Minnesota did not have anybody who could make a play from that position with his arm or his legs. Obviously, everyone, including us, will be watching the new Carolina QBs with the transfer Max Johnson, the probable starter, and maybe we'll see the backup Connor Harrell as well. However, to me, the biggest unpredictable variable in this game is actually the biggest unpredictable variable in the Tar Heels' entire season, and it's not quarterback, and it ranks among the biggest unpredictable variables for any team in the ACC this year. It is the offensive line at Carolina. It is the offensive line at Carolina. Listen to this. Last year, Carolina had one of the most productive and well-balanced offenses in the ACC. Number 1 in total offense, number 2 in scoring offense in the conference because of May, because of running back Omarion Hampton, because of the sensational wideout Tez Walker once he became eligible. And the Tar Heels also had outstanding tight ends last year and again this year. But they also last year had 4 very experienced offensive linemen, several of whom, seriously, were 24 or 25 years old and in their 3rd or 4th years as starters at the college level and in their 5th and 6th year as college football players. That's a lot of experience. This year, the Heels do have all ACC guard Willie Lampkin back, and they have absolutely nobody else of significance back on the offensive line. At Minnesota, Chris, Carolina will be starting 4 offensive linemen who have never started a college football game. And I'm not sure that I have ever, in those 38 years you mentioned, seen that from an ACC team in a season opener. There are times where injuries happen and weird stuff happens, and later in the year, maybe you're throwing out a bunch of fresh faces. It is happening to the Tar Heels as they trot out for the opening snap against the Golden Gophers. There is not a person on the planet, this show, Carolina locker room or otherwise, who really knows which way that offensive line is going to go, either against Minnesota this week or down the road for that matter.